I'm Rebecca Kelleher, also known as Scarlet Knight for Dark Rose. I'm a furry now for the past 14 years, but when I was about 10, 11, started with just a tail, then it became partial, but then it became a full suit. My mother was a bit shocked, couldn't understand it completely. Dad was completely okay with it. Younger sister was okay with it. My older brother is a fur as well, so kind of influenced a small bit from him. Made it a lot easier for me to explain to them. He got all the hard questions got out of the way by the time I came around and said, look, I want to be just like him. He definitely had hard time trying to convince his friends and hide it from them for quite a while. And then when a few of them came out, he found it a lot easier to tell the rest of them. It wasn't really more trying to impress my family, I was trying to get my friends to understand it. I have a lot of friends who aren't furs and trying to explain to them.
I'm so weird with people in costume. Like, where are they looking? Yeah.
When the first thing their minds went to was the darker side of this community, and it is there's a small percentage of it, but it's not the entire thing, it's not who everyone is. So trying to get them to understand that, no, I'm not one of them, I'm the nicer kind that are okay and just want to terrify the shit out of kids. It was kind of after I had the talk with them. Now some of them didn't need to talk, others did. Then I had friends that became friends because of this community. Like one of my dearest friends, John, became my friend when he saw me wearing a tail. There's been so many people that I've met that I've become really good, close friends with, people who practically become family members in this community. We're a tight-knit group that can understand and be there and be the support that others need. There's been a few talks at the cons that have gone with examples of questions, how do I explain this to my family and friends? And we later found out that those people were furs and have become part of the community and have finally found the courage to tell their family and friends through talking through us. I've had a few friends that have completely cut off from me. They've gone another way because they couldn't understand how someone of my age, 24, is still dressing up in a wolf suit and going around to cons. It does hurt, but you have friends who are truly standing by you, and those are friends you really want to have. And they help you realize that you're not doing a bad thing. You're being who you are. They've made me have closer bonds with the people I have, and taking on the prospects of a wolf mainly, I've become very loyal and protective of them. I thought I was pretty much alone for quite a while. Then I met Mick and Mord at NomCon. They introduced me to more, kind of got busy with work, and then out of nowhere I got a message from them and invited me to a link to Telegram, where I found out there was, at that point in time, 90 other furs. It's now grown to 298. We're friends who have really big interest in animals and trying to have a sense of escaping reality. Not completely to the point where we can't know when to stop or when to actually go back in, but to the point where people who can't be themselves can be themselves in a different way. It's your true you, and that's how everyone kind of becomes what they are. You kind of get a sense of where you want to go, where you want to take the character, what you want to make the character look like. If they wanted to go to the darker side, that's their choice. I know there's a not safe for work chat that I have my mods moderating as well. I don't go into it myself. I don't know how many members are in that, but I know that it's plus 18s only where you need proof of ID to get into that chat. I wouldn't shame anyone for being in that side of the community. They don't openly brag about it. They don't shove it in your face like some people think they do. They're just like any other fur to me. Not just the Irish community, but a lot of the other communities have made their forums and made them public for people to look at and see, right, they're working with charity events, they're doing meets and greets, they're doing conventions, they're making kids happy. The online presence is bigger in the Irish community than it is in the American community, because in the American community they have bigger events to congregate together, to be there in person with each other, to have weekly meets, to have monthly weeks, and then yearly cons. With the Irish community, it's a lot of online stuff. You have Telegram, which is a main app, messaging app that furries use. You're able to hold a group with 1,000+ people, even more. We have one for the Irish furries that have the 298 at the moment. So we have it set by month. Every third week of the month is a guaranteed Dublin meet, and every fourth week of the month or first week of the month is a guaranteed Cork meet. The one that I'm currently running along with Archie, the Wind Dragon, one of the Cork representative down here. We're hoping for the Mardyke. We've booked out the top floor with the bowling alley and the other side for food. We're hoping to have roughly about 30-35 furs on average is what the attendee outcome is, and you wouldn't get all 298.
cosplaying, making things. So I was kind of more of a furry before I actually even joined the community. I'd say I kind of joined the community when I was 17, so about 2017. I feel like it's being accepted for who I am and letting my own creativity and imagination go wild. And if you can dream about it, you can make it and build it, and there will be other people around to support you.
I organise a Cork event for furs to come down from all over the bars. We have furs here from Dublin, Galway, Limerick, all coming down for today's event for bowling. Just basically to have a bit of fun.
My name is Mutley, so it actually comes from the Wacky Races because they had a character called Mutley in it, and I used to always watch it growing up, and it just kind of stuck to me. My character, when I was making it, I kind of wanted a deer and I kind of wanted a wolf as well, and I couldn't decide between the two. So someone was like, why not do both? So my character is a wolf deer, so it's essentially like it's wolf head with deer antlers, largely because I couldn't decide.
I'm actually just, the only thing I can say about Irish furry is it constantly surprises me that there's more and more and more people joining, young and old. And when I even 3 years ago when I first joined, I could probably name you every Irish furry in the group chat and that goes to the meets. Whereas now, even in this meet now, I don't know half of the people. So it's starting to become such a big community, going down from the youngest person at 11 right up until people that are in their 30s and 40s, that it's so diverse, and you're not going to find just one kind of person. There's something for everyone, and even within the Irish furries. It's anyone's choice what you want to do within the fandom, and it's not an exclusive. My experience is nothing like anyone else's experience in the room, and it's the same for them. So I'm saying while I might do it or they might do it, it's not necessarily what everyone else does, and I think it's people pinpointing one thing about the fandom is kind of very harmful when the whole fandom is very individualistic.
The perception's quite mixed. It used to be majority kind of look at these oddballs, look how strange they are. But as the kind of cosplay community and such, and general kind of fandom culture has exploded, I felt that people have become a lot more kind of neutral and even positive about it. Because like we are like cosplayers, people who dress up like Spider-Man and I don't know, from other characters from the Marvel universe, we just have our own characters. So it is getting a lot better. There's a lot of ways to go because people do perceive us as a bit strange and a bit kind of outlandish. But it's definitely getting better.
So a year ago, she started looking up furries and the whole idea when she was 10. So she's now 11 and she's made her first suit or character, persona. There was a Comic-Con in Clonmel and she entered the competition. There was one for the best maid, one for the best ba, and a winner for the under 13. So she entered and she won it. And to say I felt proud is like an understatement. I wanted to cry. I couldn't believe that she had won. But we drove home to Dublin very, very happy with her plaque, and she has it up in the sitting room at home. Well, I hope she sticks with it because I really hope this is where she's going in life.
Just because a fur meet may seem just for furries doesn't mean you can't go to it. We often encourage people who aren't furries to come and see what we're like. We normally have a few charity buckets for working with the guide dogs or the Dogs Trust, all the commission, all the ticket pricing and other stuff like that. 90% of that we have left over from booking a venue goes straight to Dog Trust. We want to kind of expand it into an actual Irish fur con. England has one, Spain has one, America has one. Ireland seems to be the only one that doesn't have one at the moment. I've been to a few other cons, and I feel like with Ireland, the actual non-furs, bar a few that you'd easily get, it's always going to be there. But it's more open to the furry community because it thinks that, they're just people having a laugh. There's been weirder stuff walking around the city, especially, like I said, especially with Cork. Easy to walk around and no one gives a damn. They stop you from pictures. I had one mother say to her child, "I'm going to leave you with the big bad wolf," and start walking away to me, and then the kid being upset, and then later asking for a picture. Now, we kind of have a bit of an age cap. We don't let anyone under 15 into the chats. Just general rule, we don't do that. It's more to protect us and them. You'd range from like 17 to our oldest member is 46 in the Irish furry community. You never really truly grew out of it. You kind of not use it as much, but you never truly grow out of being a fur. We always make sure that we have the parents' permission. We normally, message the mother if she has a way of getting in contact with her and letting her, or the father, and letting them know, look, your kid's on this forum, your kid's on this messaging app. Don't worry, everything is safe for work on this. He won't get into anything that he's not meant to. There's mods there to keep an eye on everything. Anyone tries to start any trouble with them, you can guarantee that that'll get stopped immediately. So we kind of have to protect ourselves by ensuring the parent that they're going to be okay. Most times at a not, if there's a minor coming to the meet, you'll see their parent with them or older sibling. Well, in the Irish community itself, you'd see there's more guys than girls. Now, not all of them pronounce themselves as guys. We have a few trans and a few of the other LGBT community inside the actual furry community itself. But there are more guys than girls. Not a huge margin, but it's there. A lot of furs are with each other in the Irish furry community. A lot of the LGBT groups, like there's a lot of gays and bis in the community, and they're all together very with each other. I'm currently dating a non-fur who I'm trying to push to get a persona slightly, just slightly, not being too biased on my persona or stuff like that. But I wouldn't mind if she didn't take it. There's probably about 14 straight furs in the community. There's no specific reason. Our community is still very small. It's not compared to the thousands that are in the States or the obviously 700 plus that are in the UK. Our group is just barely reaching 300 members, so it's quite easy to see that there's a lot more LGBT group in people than heterosexual people in the community. I mean, they're there. There's no separation. We're all treated the same. We all don't care. We're all there for each other. There's a few trans in the group, and they're all scared of what they're going to go through, and every other fur there is very supportive. A lot of the furs that are dating each other are still very new with dating each other. I know one or two that would love to get married one day. I know that if I was having a wedding, I'd told my girlfriend that definitely I'm going in my suit, and my best men are going to be all furs who are dressed up in their suits, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. It's personal opinion. People can have their personal opinion. People can still hate this community if they want to hate this community. We're not going to try and force them to love us, try and force us to love the community. But at the same respect, we ask that they kind of respect our ideals, that we love being like this. We love helping each other. We love helping out the community. As long as you don't really get in our faces and make it really hostile, I'm not going to claw your eyes out. This community feels like it's bringing something new. It's making people laugh. It's giving people an easy time. I know for up in Dublin who ran into some old folks, and they absolutely loved the suit, loved the costume, is what they called it, and was dancing around in the street with the suit as well, just an old timey wimey dance.